Welcome everybody. This is in Blender. This is the sculpting course about everything you need to know about Blender sculpting to be good at it. And in this part, I'm going to be addressing the second workflow's final tutorial, which is the multi-resolution. In this one, I'm going to show you why the productions love this modifier. I mean, like why they use this. This is in ZBrush called the layer system, I think. Yeah, you can appraise and downraise in ZBrush. This is the same thing, just in Blender. And for this we are going to be subdividing our cube heavily. Just this. Now we have this. I'm just going to delete these two. They're just a distraction. Kill this. So now this is not. If I go to the sculpt mode, ignore that part when I go to the hidden mode and stuff. Now I just want to enable the dynamic topology, which is the third workflow technique, but I'll just show you this. Just going to use this for this tutorial. I'm just going to be I'll be addressing everything about this things and stuff in the third workflow. I'm just going to grab this, increase the resolution very high. Now I'm just going to be adding this final details on my mesh. This is like using heavy geometries and stuff. I'm just going to be, as I told you in the last tutorials, I'll be addressing everything about those brushes and stuff. I'll just add these kind of details on my mesh and show you why they use the subdivision modifier, the multi-resolution modifier a lot in the productions. So now I use this. Just at this, my computer is getting a little bit slow. It's not your YouTube or playback speed. Just add these fine details. Whenever your computer is getting slow, just zoom on your mesh and start working in this, smaller kind of ways. So now we have this. Now we have this. So what I want to do is show you the multi-res modifier. As I told you, just go to the layout, and I'll just duplicate this to show you the technique. Usually people would apologize it, but just for showing you this technique, I'll just go ahead and remesh it. Should give us a pretty close amount details. 0.1, not just 0.5. And now I remesh my mesh. Now if I go ahead and disable this, this is the remeshed one, which have this geometry. It's all quads and stuff, which is not good for using in production. But if you have you have to go by with some things, we should just use this. This is like using the zero measure in ZBrush. For those of you who are in ZBrush, now I'll add the multi-resolution on the lower res, that the one that we have retopologized, and I'm going to subdivide it again 2 times. Now the thing here is, now we have this this kind of geometry. Now it's not stored in our geometry, it's just stored in the multi-resolution thing. So now what I'm going to do is add another modifier, which is the shrink wrap modifier. I'll gonna select the target as this cube and go out of sculpt mode. So now you see that our geometry is deforming on the lower resolution geometry because of this. So if somebody came and wants to animate this, if I had hide this one, now we have the same amount of deformation on our low resolution. We could just, if we want more geometry to come back to our geometry, we could just add this, get those fine details without messing up our resolution. So if I even subdivide it even one more time, we should check, not take this one time. So now we have this, it's very fine and stuff now, but if somebody want to read this and animate this, this will take a lot of time. And once a big computer processing will kill your computer basically. So what production do is they go back in the level of viewport display, keep this at 3, no problem. So now they have this low resolution mesh, and they could like deform it. They could even, let me show you a wave modifier. We could just use this. Now we have this. So if we apply this in one, you know, once, I think we should not do this first. So now if I go up with the multi-resolution, we still have those fine details which will keep everything in place. So I hope you enjoyed this second workflow type. We could just go ahead for in the third workflow type. See you there.